Today at 1, we're live in Ukraine, where Russian troops have taken control of a key city. Kherson in the south has fallen. Russian soldiers are on the streets. It's the first major urban area now under the control of the Russian army. The strategic port of Mariupol has come under heavy fire. The battle for the city is intense. Moscow remains defiant, but Ukraine's president says the invaders will not win.
Ми відновимо кожний будинок.
We will restore every house, every street, every city. And we say to Russia, learn the word of reparations and contributions. You will reimburse us for everything you did against our state, against every Ukrainian in full. And we will not forget everyone who died.
But Moscow says the West is failing to understand its mission.
They're listening to us, but they're not hearing us. And they're trying to force on us their own understanding of how Europe should live henceforth.
Talks between Ukraine and Russian officials resume to try to end the fighting. The West says it's united in condemning Russian aggression.
What you have done so far is illegal, and you risk being isolated for decades to come.
A humanitarian catastrophe. The United Nations says more than 1 million people have now fled Ukraine. British aid, both military and humanitarian, heads to the war. And athletes from Russia and Belarus are banned from competing at the Winter Paralympics in Beijing after the governing body reverses a previous decision.
And stay with us on BBC News for continuing coverage and analysis from our team of correspondents in the UK and around the world.
Good afternoon and welcome to the BBC News at 1. We're in the Ukrainian capital Kyiv on the 8th day of Russia's invasion. After a night of missile strikes on targets on the outskirts and late morning, there have been numerous rocket attacks, which we can clearly hear to the northwest of our position. The country's second city of Kharkiv has also endured rocket fire and cruise missiles, with residential areas being hit. Ukraine's embattled President Volodymyr Zelensky says his country's defences are holding out and we have nothing to lose but our freedom. But it comes as the port city of Kherson in the south falls to the Russians, the first major urban area to be taken. Elsewhere, that large column of Russian military vehicles heading here to Kyiv on the northern approach road remains within 20 miles or so of the capital. Well, today, Russia's Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said Moscow was ready for talks to end the fighting, but would not stop targeting the country's military infrastructure. Our first report is from our Kyiv correspondent, James Waterhouse.